Hello YouTube, Skierkowa here again. Today I want to discuss the relationship between science and religion. As a non-believer, I'm frequently in the position of debating with theists one of two things. Either some mystery which they feel can only be explained by a reference to the divine, or some new scientific discovery which they feel lends credence to divine explanations. As an example of the former, I hear a lot of noise about the questions studied in the field of abiogenesis, the field frequently conflated with evolution, which it is not. And as examples of the latter, popular targets are quantum theory, the Big Bang, and the predicted Higgs boson. Now, in all four of these cases, as well as in all other examples of which I've heard, some fundamental ignorance or misunderstanding of the science is in play. But that's not why I'm talking to you today. That angle has, I think, been well covered by skeptics throughout literature, as well as here on YouTube. Not to say I don't ever intend to discuss the science involved, but that's not the purpose of this video. This video is about the theological problems with that approach. One of the defining characteristics in theistic belief, at least as it is practiced by mainstream faith communities like Christianity here in the West, is the belief in an all-powerful infinite creator God. Now, this video is not here to address the existence of that or any other God, but only to discuss how theistic treatments of science fit into that philosophical scheme. When I was growing up, I used to stay up on Saturday nights with my little sister to watch SNCC, an abbreviation of Saturday Night Nickelodeon. I enjoyed all the programs that came on back then. Are You Afraid of the Dark comes to mind. Rugrats and Rocko's Modern Life were likewise a delight to my young brain. But far and away, my favorite of these programs was Roundhouse, sort of a kid's version of Saturday Night Live, which was the highlight of my SNCC experience. One of the most distinctive things about Roundhouse was that all the sets were made of cardboard cutouts, with crude texturing done in black ink. No one would mistake them for real sets, but they provided enough material to suspend your disbelief and enjoy the skits. Now this is analogous, I think, to the understanding humankind would have had of the world in our infancy as a culture. No study having been made of nature or its workings, natural phenomena like day and night, weather and seasons appeared to stand alone in terms of causality. It has become nighttime because your deity of choice says so. Reality as we experience it could be paper thin for all the difference it would make to such a human, with God literally micromanaging each event independently. Indeed, we see this attitude pervading the oldest of our mythologies, with individual deities or moods of the central deity being responsible for each aspect of a human life where it interacts with the natural world. With time came investigation, study, and understanding of natural processes. As we understand and even learn in rudimentary fashion to predict certain of these phenomena based on patterns or telltale signs, it becomes less tenable to suppose that a drought, say, results from an angry God. And you can see theology evolve such subtleties in the legends of our own religion, such as the Christian Bible. In the Old Testament, economic success and happiness is closely tied to righteousness and following the Abrahamic God. The New Testament, as a point of contrast, teaches us that the Lord God makes the rain to fall on the just and the unjust alike. God remains in the picture, but no longer is he lurking just behind the nearest rain cloud, waiting to turn the taps on or off in response to some ritual or sacrifice. Which brings us to today. There is, of course, much we don't know about the universe, but with each passing day, more and more layers are discovered of scale, of complexity, and of energy. Today we know that the beasts of the field are composed of cells, those cells of molecules, those molecules of atoms, those atoms of protons along with neutrons and electrons, those protons of quarks, and so on. What I challenge theists to ask themselves, and what I'm asking them myself, for that matter, is this. Does it make sense for your infinite, all-powerful God to have constructed all of this that we've seen, these layers of mystery and complexity, only to flake out at some point, maybe just a few layers of magnitude lower than we have yet observed? Do you think that with a strong enough microscope or telescope or mathematical formula, the handiwork of God will be revealed to mortal eyes like a signature in the corner of a painting? Do you believe that he has constructed this vast reality with each layer of observable phenomena dovetailing nicely into the next, only to get lazy at the end and tie it up in a bow of Higgs bosons? It just doesn't seem consistent with the MO you guys have been selling so far. Thanks for listening, everybody. Till next time.